Well, hello, you gravy-arsed shite muffins. How are you all today? And I'm going to review Dead Space for you because we're getting close to, as people would say, spooky season. It's the 7th of September. I almost said November there. Jumping in time, just wishing the year was over. Don't know why. Anyway, with the spirit of, Halloween coming up shortly, and the revelation that they are remaking this game, and I'm rather looking forward to this remake. I don't know, a lot of folk aren't, because they've said some things and it's going to have less irrelevant gameplay things. I hope that really just means the infamous asteroid section gets fucking removed. It was a pain in the arse and it was a bit shite, but we'll get into that more with the review. This is just the intro, right? So enjoy. So what can I say about Dead Space? It was made a long time ago in a gaming studio far, far away. That's not a lie, by the way. You'll probably hear Discord server blooms. Oh, well, never mind. So Dead Space. It's a good game. It's set in space, and there's lots of these things called necromorphs, and they're like this alien infection. Kind of like a zombie, but it's a lot worse because they can run at you and take some slightly different forms. There are the normal necromorphs that are human type things that look inspired by something from maybe an H.P. Lovecraft novel or The Thing or something like that. And then you get these manta ray type things that can floaty fly, and they turn the humans, dead or alive, into the necromorph alien. And then you get these wee skull things that have like 3 tentacles. I'm pretty sure those are babies, which is quite fucking grim when you think about it. Then there's these like dog type things. Don't know, do they keep dogs in deep space? This thing is based on a spaceship called the Ishimura, which sounds very Japanese, even though it's a spaceship. Bet you never expected me to say that, eh? It's a big planet cracking spaceship, so it's obviously like some sort of super miner. They can just take big fucking chunks. And upon cracking this planet, they found something that's twisty, like a pair of devil horns called the marker, and it somehow changes you into an necromorph. I don't know how a slab of rock does that, but it's got some sort of supernatural psychic quantity. It's not quantity, you fool, it's quality. Oh, I'm sorry, it's alright. You apologise, we'll move on. So you land in this thing called the Ishimura, and you go a character called Isaac Clarke. Now, he doesn't talk in this game. He grunts and makes noises and goes, ugh, and all that shit, but he doesn't actually speak. Doesn't speak till the second game, but they've got the original voice actor back to do the remake, which can only mean that he will speak in this remake, which is a good thing, because it'll draw us closer to the character and make him more likeable, probably. So you get these guns. Now to be fully aware that Isaac Clarke is an engineer, he's not a soldier or anything like that, he's an engineer. So he's there basically to fix the ship and save it if he can, right? So they crash land on this Ishimura thing, and then they get off, and then they're like, we're going to take a look about and see what's happening, and everything's in sort of like darkness and half light and emergency power mode and things like that, and you need to fix doors for the soldiers. Then they get attacked for these necromorphs, and a couple of them get splattered. Of course, it's a horror game, you need to have people getting splattered pretty much from the beginning of the game to the end, but you need to do it in increments, you don't want to do it all at once. Then you get the plasma cutter, which is a wee tool that cuts things using plasma. I don't know what its actual purpose would be. Maybe just to cut pipes, but you use it as an offensive weapon. And you dismember limbs, and that's the only way to kill these things. You can shoot their head off, but it won't fully kill them. You need to take an arm or a leg, or both, and then you can stomp the rest off. And there's an achievement for actually finishing the game just using the plasma cutter, and there's also an achievement for knocking off a certain amount of limbs with a stomp. You've also got a punch, which is kind of weird. And you can hook the bastards and they'll stagger back basically, and then they block the second punch. You can upgrade your weapons with nodes at benches. You can also upgrade your suit at the same bench, or your stasis module, which basically stasis module slows down time and allows you to grab things and throw it at enemies, which is a lot of fun. A lot of physics fun. You can also buy new suits from the shop and new weapons. You'll find schematics scattered far and wide over the Ishimura, and then that will unlock things for you to buy in the shop. Now this is not a microtransaction game, this is all in-game currency, and you'll find money just about fucking everywhere. You'll see wee boxes. If the wee box got a wee white light on it, like a locker or something that's been put to the side, like a lockbox, you can open them. You'll see other bigger boxes that are green, which kind of look like the original Xbox console actually. You can stomp and punch them open, or you can shoot them open, but it's a bit of a waste considering you can just hit the R1 button or the LB button, RB button, sorry, and whoosh, smack, fuck you, and then that'll open that particular green glowy crate. The Great Crate, full of all kinds of things like money or schematics or health, stasis, refill, fucking you name it, you can have it. Then what else? There's zero G moments where you have to use zero gravity to navigate other parts of the ship. I really like that. It's a bit disorientating, and you can get sort of turned around a wee bit. Not so much lost, but oh fuck, where am I pointing now? There's a really dreadful shooting bit where you have to shoot down meteorites. Now if they bring this back in the remake, I hope it's just like a sort of turn these guns on and they will do the job for you because they're automated, like you would think they would be. But there's probably a lower reason for them not being, and you need to sit in this big fucking seat and shoot down these meteorites. And I know people that stop playing the game at this point. So like, that's a bit unfortunate, but I don't entirely blame you. You get big boss fights. The boss fights are pretty cool. Sometimes you'll be walking down a corridor and be fucking grabbed by a big ginormous tentacle, and then you need to shoot its glowy bits. If there's glowy bits in any of these enemies, shoot the glowy bits first. Just be careful, because some of them can spill out smaller enemies and just a pain in the arse, and they can kill you quite quickly if you're not paying attention. But I'll let you discover all this. I don't want to tell you everything, do you know what I mean? It's no fun. So you go Isaac Clarke for the whole game, cutting through this fucking spaceship, going, what the fuck happened here? Fucking people lying dead all over the fucking shop, scientists experimenting on the fucking necromorphs. That's why you get a necromorph that can infinitely regen its legs, and you need to freeze it and like fire it into a sun maybe, I don't know, but you do eventually destroy the thing, or defeat it, shall we say. It's a dark game. You'll see all the influences, little aliens, fucking The Thing, Event Horizon. You'll see these influences for these sci-fi movies flying at you thick and fast. Plus its own ship being the necromorph, you know what I mean? There's bits where you'll just be walking on a corridor and the fucking lights will go out and you're like, yeah, but I still can't see shit. I'm more annoyed at those sections rather than scared. Because I'm like, I don't see shit, and you bring up your gun and they'll fucking bring up a torch. You know, Doom 3. You could have learned a bit about that in your first release, you prick. That's another game that I can see Doom 3 and Resident Evil 4 for the perspective, but this is infinitely more playable than Resident Evil 4 is. Don't care what you say, Resident Evil 4 needs a remake. Actually, I'd say it needs a remake more so than Dead Space, but they're different companies, so that's not really here. That's really neither here nor there. We are getting both, I am sure. we are getting a Resident Evil 4 remake, and not before time. Because even I don't thought I love it, and I've played it and went, no, the controls are shite. He said that, and that is, you know, that's where the meat and potato of the video game comes from, is in how playable it is. And fucking hell, Leon controls like Robocop. I don't know anybody that has to walk forward, turn the head, then turn the rest of their body to go in a different direction. Never seen that before. That's weird. Tank controls. What? We're no tanks, we're humans. What the fuck? Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Takes you a half an hour to turn in a corner of a fucking building. That's really stupid. It's really dumb. I hate it. I'm glad it's fucking gone. Pish. What else can I say about this without ruining it? Actually, I think I have ruined it a few thousand times now. Bosses are cool, big boss at the end, can't remember it, so that's good. But remember, shoot the glowy bits. That's pretty much a fucking staple in any video game, innit? Shoot the glowy bits. Pick up the red fucking barrel things, actually don't look like barrels. They look more like gas cylinders, and they're thin. Pick them up, wallop them, shoot them, they'll blow up, they'll kill things. Yabba dabba doo. This is what you kinda expect. You kinda expect things to get fucking splattered. Dead. Yes. Anyway, right, review. I love this game. Play it. Looking forward to the remake. Play that when it comes out. Yabba dabba doo. Here we are. Play it on Xbox One compatibility, or on Xbox 360, or the PC, or the PS3. There's Dead Space 2 and 3, which I'll do next. There's also a couple of spin-off games which I don't have access to, so I will not be reviewing them. One of them's a puzzle game that was released in conjunction with Dead Space 2. Didn't play it, looked shite. And then there was the one that was on rails. I think it's on PlayStation 3, but I've no got the ability to capture PS3 gameplay. So that is that. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you did like this, please like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you get all my future videos directed to your door with an annoying ping. Good night.
That's it, Isaac. You're in the pit. The cannon's a mass driver, so it should punch through anything flying at us. Keep an eye on the hull's integrity. Too many of those things get by, and we're dead. I think I've almost got the system repaired. Just buy me a little more time.